I need your love. This is a Thor News presentation.
Doesn't matter what I believe.
Hit the button, baby. Stay cool.
Symbols are fun, but words are funner. Alright, we are talking about global economics, fiscal politics, and record level clusterfuckery and habdashery. And this video is only for grown-ass people with a sense of humor. Because if you don't, you ain't going to be able to handle the information I'm dishing out. Since Greece, I haven't seen the financial sector this hot and bothered since Greece almost defaulted 5 years ago. And this is a replay of Greece almost defaulting the 5th year running. Crazy patterns, crazy cycles, crazy cycles. Everybody's talking about interest rates. And we're talking about default. We're talking about Dyson sphere dominoes. People may say, hey, Greece is a very small country with a smaller economy in comparison to their global competitors. Because remember, finance, there are winners, there are losers. And capitalism is technically the exact opposite of equality. You know what I'm saying? One guy's got way more stuff. So like, everybody's jawboning about interest rates. Will they go up? Because they can't go down. Yeah, hey dude, no, you can't go below zero. I mean, you can. You know what I'm saying? Usury creates dark energy. Is that too hard for you to handle? Okay, so I would like to remind you again that in 2008, when they lowered interest rates to 0% for the first time in the history of finance, right around 2009, I did my due diligence and saw that in Rome's 800-year reign, their interest rates never fell below 3%. So it's like, holy crap. And if you pile our national debt on top of that, and it's kind of like you get to choose your own payment interest rate, yeah, how about 0%, which is great, unless you have to actually start paying it off at some point, then it's really not great. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I knew then, like, holy crap, they broke it. They can't raise rates. And maybe I'm wrong. But here, 6 years later, guess what? They've never raised rates. Never. There are a lot of pretty people on financial television journalism talking all the time on the TV about, will they raise interest rates? You know, when will they raise interest rates? They're going to do it soon. They're going to do it soon. And they've been doing it for like 6 years, 5 years. And the whole time I've been like, never. And then guess what? I'm right. I've been right the whole time. Ain't nobody called to interview me. Like, how'd you figure that out? Like, well, A, it's in my videos. And B, I'll come down and tell you all my opinions about economics. They're pretty good. Because I come from economics not from a point of I want to make a whole lot of money. I come from economics as a point of like, holy crap, how do I prevent total lawlessness and catastrophe if the global currencies hyperinflate and collapse, or there's any type of credit freeze and just absolute destruction of the global currency, right? So that's always been my crazy save the world kind of angle as I study economics. And I think that has given me a lot more insight into policy. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else is like, how do I make money off this shit? I'm like, okay, if usury does create dark energy, then what do I do when this giant global dark energy monster shows up? How do I end Act 3 to where everybody wins? And like I said, 100-year Earth truce, where the war machine can switch over into super city building, moon, Mars, solar system colonization, and galaxy exploration. Everybody gets a spaceship. It's real easy. You just gotta give up killing. You can still be rich, powerful. You just have to stop lying and killing people. Like, everybody would be happier. The world would be exponentially better. All boats would float higher, you know? But we're not at the 100th monkey point yet, I guess. I mean, I think we're close. I'm not the only smart monkey. The 100th unicorn would be better, I guess. Those numbers would be harder to get. Okay, so I was saying, everybody's jawboning about interest rates, right? All right, let me tell you. Man, today was wild. First of all, DSK, who used to be the head of the International Monetary Fund, was found innocent of sexually assaulting a maid in his fancy hotel. And Christine Lagarde, who is head of the International Monetary Fund now, walked out on Spires, who refuses to cut any of Greece's public benefits to get a deal to borrow money from the IMF to borrow more money from the IMF to pay back the IMF, right? So she got mad and she walked out. And as much as I don't want to do this, but it's true. Christine Lagarde is like Daenerys from Game of Thrones. Central banks can bail out countries that they have a financial kingship over, and the International Monetary Fund can just bail out anybody who needs it, right? So it kind of gives them this like weird Gandhi money changer status. King Daddy loan shark, if you will. The Iron Bank has dragons, is what I'm trying to say, okay? And so, if you piss off Lagarde, man, her dragons will show up and set all your shit on fire. And the thing is they've spread this fire wine throughout almost every credit default swap out there. All these financial instruments that are split up and retranched and repackaged with tons of debt. We're talking debt on lawnmowers, houses, yachts, bonds, bills, treasuries, notes. You know what I'm saying? Debt coupons, credit coupons, but not grocery store coupons. All that stuff just catches on fire and everything just starts to burn. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to piss off Christine Lagarde. You don't want her default dragons showing up at your door. Because they may show up in Greece, but all of a sudden you look over and the financial industry in New York will be metaphorically on fire. And the stock market will see point gains dropping like huge numbers. In the hundreds. Maybe even thousands. We don't know. There hasn't been a main correction since 2011 when Greece, it was turned out that, oh my God, almost all these countries in the Euro zone are totally insolvent. Oh yeah, that's another issue we need to discuss. Most of these countries, including our own, are totally insolvent. You know what I'm saying? That's the irony to hear American economists talk about other countries. And holy crap, their GDP to debt. It's like, well, you know, we're not doing so hot over here, man. And transparency's not a real thing. In finance, private sector or government sector. I think the public's really been cut out of the whole sector itself. So what am I trying to say? Am I doing it eloquently? I'm just being honest. I'm talking from my heart to you. I'm trying to teach, explain to you where we're at. And the overall options at the end of the day are good. At some point, we'll have a chance to start a brand new system that will work great for everybody. Or it can go extremely nightmarishly, chaotically, lawlessly, unlawfully, barbarically, disgustingly gross. And that's all real, man. Like, I don't know if you've heard me talk, but when I talk about doom, it's all in the financial sector and it's all coming at some point. You can't just print into infinity. So we're going to need a backup plan for the day that day comes. Because it may come like a thief in the night. You know what I'm saying? Or do you? Okay, so yeah, interest rates. They're at 0%. They've been there forever. I've gotten it right for 6 years. Is Katya Porzekanski call and say, hey, Thor, come down and tell us your theories? You don't see Bloomberg or CNBC calling me going, hey, Thor, man, you seem to have a pretty good handle on this stuff. Come talk to us. I don't even get Alex Jones on, hey, Thor, how do you get such good economic notions? Man, I make these awesome videos and like 12 people watch. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. And you got so many people who are dollar to dollar, day to day. Disaster is only a missed paycheck away. You got so many people that are dollar to dollar, day to day. Disaster is only one paycheck away. Yeah, I'm talking about economics, man. It affects every single person on the planet. We haven't even touched TPP, climate change. Heck, where are we at? We're still, okay, 0% interest rates. I don't know, I could be wrong, man. They might jack it up, LOL, 0.25 basis points next year. I doubt it. But to see all these people on my TV, on my internets, talking about Fed rates, you know, it's like, man, it's not that I need it, but like if I could get on 30 seconds, say, yeah, that was the deal. They make a funny joke and get off. Yeah, that wouldn't be so bad. And I'm going to get in shape soon, dude. I always do this. I get out of shape, and I get in real good shape. And then I get real out of shape, and I get in real good shape. You know, there are many Life has seasons, oh, don't you know? Life has seasons, oh, don't you know? Oh, don't you know? Can you get here? Enjoy me for the show. I'm looking for peaceful solutions for all people. Plants, animals, oceans, lakes, rivers, even the air, you know? Okay. So what I'm trying to say is, okay, sweet. But so Greece default would be bad. Also, Angela Merkel, who was like the financial head master of the defense of the dark fiat currency arts, or some shit. She's keeping everybody afloat. She's like the grandmother of loan sharks, you know? And you got Yellen, who is Bernanke's successor, pretty much doing the same thing he is without the QE, which the ECB is doing at the moment. And I'm sure when they stop, the USA will find a reason to pick it back up. Everybody's saying interest rates are going to rise, but I imagine some crazy shit's going to, happen to where they're like, whoa, can't raise them yet. Lagarde, International Monetary Fund asked America, hey, don't raise interest rates yet. They literally did that, man, And now Lagarde Denarius just walked out on he who shall not be named of Greece. He who shall not be named of Greece. And that might be just enough disruption to make the markets go down a couple percent, at least enough to push off the interest rate discussion for another 6 months, a year, whatever. But there's some dude on here who didn't even get it right when he was like, man, these cycles can't be predicted. I don't know. Sometimes they can. I mean, the cycle can get broken, but Dabu had pointed out in his other videos of things that are interesting that are coming up in September. The Shemitah rule. What's a Shemitah? I don't know. Apparently, it's when the stock markets go down. And one was 2001, one was 2008. And yep, I remember those years. Everybody's like, wow, the stock market has gone down. I mean, that's how it was like that thing. Like now everybody's talking about how Bruce Jenner has become Caitlyn Jenner. Well, at those times, the hottest story was, oh my God, the stock market is way down. You know what I'm saying? I remember the 80s one, 2001, and then 2008. And that always seemed to like resonate through all people. People kind of understand. In a way, that's bad, and at times it's scary. But I'm not going to mention hyperinflation. Oh yeah, except I can, because Zimbabwe cashed out all their chips, or like dropped 8 zeros off their zeros or some shit. I don't know, their money, because the last two countries to hyperinflate were, I believe, Zimbabwe in 2001, 1999, right around there. I think the one right before that was Germany, 1934. They hyperinflated wheelbarrows, stacks, cash, couldn't buy a single pancake or something like that. No, it's true. I'm not trying to be funny. And then Hitler rose to power. Really bad chain of events. Hyperinflation is always followed by war, pillaging. Really bad shit. Like, science may come out tomorrow and be like, hyperinflation is not a bad omen, but fucking A, yes it is. It is a horrible motherfucking omen. It is like you have totally fucked up. Your banks, your politicians, and your clergy have printed way too many of these pieces of paper dollar bills. Dollar bills, y'all. Okay, now I'm going way too long. That's cool. Anyway, God bless everybody. What I'm saying is, so we're all gonna mean you can have a good new world, you could have a good new world order, or you could have a bad new world order, or you could have a crappy world chaos, crappy world lawlessness. Like, okay. God bless everyone. God bless everyone. Hey, she's so smart. Wonder Woman. Thank you, Wonder Woman. And now back to me, Thor. Dun, 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 dun.